Folks, we got Byun and MaxPax coming up the docket here. It's a TVP. MaxPax, he's been looking good in his run. Byun just took down Scarlet in a fantastic series. So, well, we're going to have to see what happens in this one. But before we get into it, I would like to remind you that I upload one cast in 4K every single day of the week. So make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel to make sure that you don't miss out on what's happening tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that. They're going to be good. And also, I got some other stuff I made. It's a highlight videos. I got some meta 5-minute meta videos coming up soon. Just, again, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. And also, I stream on Twitch every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern, EPT&A. Every Saturday, 11 p.m. Eastern, EPT EU. Other things as they happen, but I am scaling things back just a little bit because King of Battles happens at the end of the month. And I need to research storylines. I need to build the production tools. And I need to keep my voice happy. So, a little bit less, but still, Mondays and Saturdays and every other thing as it happens. But now, folks, it's MaxPax Byun. Enjoy. Spawning in the bottom right here in the teal. His name, you know him from the Shopify Rebellion. It's Byun. In the upper left, in the red, from PSISTORM, the Danish sensation, it's MaxPax. Oh man, PvT on this map is, or Byun versus MaxPax, PvT, whatever, is so interesting, and we're gonna see. Proxy Barracks on the way, folks. This is the new meta. Okay. Both players don't know this is happening, by the way. This is in one screen. No, one big screen. Is it in one normal screen? Yeah, just barely. Oh, you'll love to see it. This, folks, yep, this is why we tuned in. This is why we tuned in, not for long, epic macro games, although we love those. We tuned in because we want to see MaxPax and Byun do dumb stuff all over the place. It's a great time. We enjoy it. So look at this. MaxPax, of course, he will deny the wall. He says, no, Byun, I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to have this opportunity to actually wall me out. I want to be able to get my zealots in, but this does favor, I believe this favors Byun because the Reaper is going to show up a little bit faster. There is actually no production in the main base for a while. We got a bunker behind. We got a bunker behind the mineral line. Okay. Okay, Byun, show us how cheeky you are. Show us you're a master of the race without telling us it. I don't know. Looks like, yeah, ooh, probes are going to be rather successful here, but ACV will stay alive for now. And, ooh, good. Oh, look at this. Good, a great probe block. Reaper goes down. That is actually so big because now there is soon to be a zealot waddling on in. And, of course, you can build zealots now out of this base. It's going to get chronoed on out. In fact, the bunker will complete. And I said this was good for Byun because the Reapers generally are better in the early game, etc., 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 but if the Reaper gets caught in the mineral line, that is not great for Byun. Not at all. So the Zealot finding a little bit more of value. Second Zealot running home. Actually, Byun rallying on home, and he doesn't have... Does he have a unit on the map? Okay, he's got one Reaper, but there are two Zealots here. We're going to have a Stalker's mate after this. SCVs are going to get this round, but that's kind of what the Zealots want. Maybe it's not the best position for them, but 5 Warriors go down. It is going to be 6. 6 SCVs go down. We have a Shield Battery coming up here as well. SCVs have to get pulled to clear this one up. And Stalkers arrive. Zealots arrive. This is snowballing here for MaxPax, and I am a bit worried. Now, of course, Shield Battery will get canceled. Cyclone will pop on out. And I think with a Cyclone out, well, what are we going to be at? We're going to be at 2 Stalkers and a Zealot. Yeah, I think that should be that. Cyclone out here should force this aggression back for now, but folks, MaxPax is taking the gold. That's fun. Okay, so actually Lock-On gets eaten here. Lock-On get... How did I never think of that, Tater Tutor? Yes, this is absolutely some cheese Danish. I am offended that I did not come up with that joke. So thank you for adding it to my life here. So what am I now? Ooh, does manage to burrow. Zealot dies. But also, Command Center to the low ground. It's going down here. It's not allowed to do much of anything. It will be canceled. Ooh, I can go with the Danish. You're right. You're right, Faucheurs. I could go with the Danish. All right, so Twilight on the way, most likely going to be for Blink in this game. I mean, there's a world where MaxPax goes charge. I mean, you go Blink, right? Blink is the default answer. But if you're going for the gold, if you're going to have 16 probes mining out of a gold base, then a lot of charge may actually be your answer. You spy a lot of zealots, don't even worry about gas, and go for a mass charge lot all in against the Terran. Beyond for his part, he's adding on 2 additional barracks here. He was 1-1-1 into this, so this is not 3-rack stim-ish. But I'm looking at the gas guys. There's actually, yeah, MaxPax not going to take it at the natural, so it will be Blink, though. Okay. Probe gets sacrificed on the altar of getting a Widow Mine. As the Stalkers, their main goal, they just say, I don't want there to be a natural. I want to deny this natural as long as I can, and then we'll go from there. Is this, well, whatever Byun you throw at me at this point. I have a gold base. I've been mining from it longer than you've been mining out of your natural. So, Incongraph tells a rather compelling story. Certainly, if you're a MaxPax fan, it tells a extremely compelling story. So we got this Widow Mine drop coming on in. Reaper as well. I guess there was a second Reaper made by Byun, or third Reaper made, I guess. It's going to show up. It's going to find some value, but of course, well, shield batteries are here, and that's going to prevent that one from doing too much of anything. But Byun, this is all a distraction because you got a Widow Mine drop into the gold base here, and is MaxPax paying attention? No, he's not. But it looks like it will be enough. He only loses 5 workers, and 5 workers is not great, but it's not the end of the world. Right? If he lost 12, if he lost half the mineral line, he would be very sad. Now he's only... It's seasonal depression. And luckily for him, well, maybe in this game, I don't know. But in general, it's starting to become brighter out. Seasonal affective disorder, seasonal depression is not as much of a thing as it was otherwise. Because, hey, you know, you got sunlight, vitamin D, all those good things. Widow Mine drop into the main base here. The same Widow Mine drop that found value in the natural. This time, MaxPax is more on top of things. He's only going to lose the minimum. 2 workers go down. Actually, well, he's going to have just to unburrow here. And we're going to see the Widow Mine. Ooh, he's going to get a Stalker too? No, just the one. Okay. That's going to be fine. 2 Widow Mines go down. Medevac. Actually gets one of them out. So I guess only 1 Widow Mine went down. Yeah, only 1 Widow Mine died here. And while the Medevac is low, so it's going to be hard to get it in again. Talk about not wanting to be fat for sure. I was sad. I didn't really have time to go work out today. I had a meeting with JPL and some other stuff, and then it was EPT time. So I guess I make up for tomorrow. And now the Stalkers are going to be on the middle of the map, just trying to delay Byun as much as he can. And, you know, you want charge. Oh, no, I deleted all the replays. You want charge. All right, that is the ultimate hold here. Charge done, not all that soon, though. So Byun is going to look to wedge his way on in, look to shell away at this third base. He's got Liberators elsewhere, so this is pretty cool. He's got this main army composition that he's really going to occupy a lot of MaxPax's time with, but he's got Liberators that may go into the main base. We're going to have to see wherever he goes, but certainly taking advantage of the distraction of things. But for now, Byun doesn't really feel like this push is going to work out. I mean, actually, it's not going to work out for him. His stim is not done. So this is just posturing, and in fact, as stim is not done, MaxPax will have his charge online in time. He gets a nice scout there, but of course the scan removes the observer. But again, MaxPax will have his stim done in his charge done in time. He's gonna have a warp prism. +1's probably not gonna be there, but everything else will be. Tanks sieging on forward a little bit more. Stalkers blink forward, kill a Marine, blink back, and well, we got a lot of 4 zealots here on the north side, on the east side actually, and I think we're gonna see warp prism maybe warp in more, but no, it looks like it wants to go into the natural instead of sweeping the army from the map. MaxPax believes in sweeping his opponent's minerals from the map. He says, you don't get to mine here in this game, so zealots run on in, but they're going to find a rally, so shouldn't get too much done, but this buys room for the warp prism to show up in the main base. MaxPax just forcing Byun back once again. A couple workers go down, but really it's only a couple workers. Big deal, of course. MaxPax, he forces Byun back to his side of the map. It is only 2 command centers, third one on the way right now. Ooh, Cyclone's going to get a lock on, and a scan here actually should kill this. But no, there's no scan. All right, so MaxPax has his third base up now. Byun is on 2 regular bases. MaxPax has a gold and a third. So economically, it's not even close. I mean, I guess there were some mule dumps, but in general, MaxPax has mined much more money in this game, and he's used it to full effect. I mean, it's a lot of charge lots. All right, well, right now it's only 12 charge lots, but in general, you know, it's going to be a lot of charge lots. That's what you do with minerals, and charge lots against the turtling Terran are just not all that great. So MaxPax is going to wait for this timing where Byun looks to take his third. That's going to be where his defensive position is going to be the most destabilized. That's when MaxPax is going to want to run on in here. But also, I want to start to see him transition. He's on 6 gases now, which gives him everything, all the gas he could want to move into a Robobait, into Colossus. There we go, Colossus on the way. Maybe eventually carriers, something like that. Yes, Constant Mover, I had a meeting with a couple people at JPL, regards to be on my thesis committee. Or in my dissertation committee, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so now Stalkers, at this point, the Stalkers are not very good. +1 stim and both done. But they can still be active on the map a little bit. Byun's got a drop on the north side as MaxPax looks to establish his 4th base. MaxPax, his goal right now is to delay his opponents. Zealots run into the... Oh, yeah, Zealots run into tanks in the natural. That's not going to work out well for them. Cyclone actually good lock on the Warp Prism as well. So this harassment from MaxPax is just going to be trading a lot of Zealots for 2 workers and maybe a tank. I don't even think he got the tank. So again, the harassment, not all that effective for MaxPax right now, but his goal is to keep Byun at home until he's on, say, 3 Colossus, until he has extended thermal lands, until he has +2, until his upgrades, until his status in this game is secure. Now we're going to see the medevac go barely out of range. Now that's just a bunch of dead Stalkers instead. MaxPax all-inning on removing the healing unit. Instead, he's not going to be successful in doing so, but Shield Battery is going to keep this alive for a little bit longer, but we do need to see a warp in here, MaxPax. Otherwise, you're not going to be all that happy. So Zealots warp in, Marine's targeting it down here, and Stalkers, they blink on top of things. So this should be enough to hold. Meanwhile, we got to push at the front of things. Byun trying to take advantage of maybe MaxPax being distracted, but 2 Colossus here raining Hellfire from above, and the force fields as well knock a lot of these Marines on down. MaxPax is pretty happy with that. I think he's going to be okay with that one, but he has lost 3,000 more resources than his opponent this game. He's been relying on having a gold, but folks, gold mine's out. Gold runs out here as now MaxPax going to trigger to take this fight in the middle of the map. Zealous getting on top of things. Widowmine, massive friendly fire. So this gets cleaned on up. 1 Colossus dies, which is not what you want, but for now, the push gets cleaned on up. But there's a second one there. EMP's blanketing the army. Byun looking to push on in. 2nd Colossus arrives, though, and 2nd Colossus arriving means that this is going to be forced on back. Okay. Looking scary for a moment, but you add that 2nd Colossus, and there we go. All right, so now double Colossus on the field, or on the way. Double Robo here is rather nice. We got this drop in the natural. Add a Ghost for good measure because they kill probes tremendously quickly. We're going to have to see a lot of stuff warped in, and even still, Byun, well, medevacs, they go vroom. They go zoom. They run away. Oh, and yeah, Byun loitering a little bit. Was that the medevac with the... Ooh, he's going to get... Oh, yes, he lost the Ghost. I was going to say, is that the medevac with the Ghost? Well, yes, it was. Whether it was the first one or the second one to die, I don't know. But it certainly was one of those medevacs had the Ghost in it. Yeah, but constantly... Oh, well, Byun's saying... Byun's scanning the 4th base of MaxPax. Like, oh, shoot, he's got a base. MaxPax up 1-0. Spotting the bottom left here in the red. He's up 1-0 in the series because gold bases are Imba. He's MaxPax. In the upper right, in the blue. He's down 1. I felt he probably could have at least played that game more, but no, he knows better than I do. He is Byun. Man, folks, I would like to remind you that last game, it started with Proxy Reaper versus Proxy Classic Gateway, right? When you build a gateway at home and build a gateway abroad. Not quite the Classic Gateway because the gateway was still rather close, and it was more of a, I'm going to put a gateway on the map. It's going to defend my gold base and also allow for aggression early. But regardless, that was how that game started. Very weird game to start, and kind of normalized. MaxPax just finding more value and I don't know. It didn't feel like Byun was stupid far behind. I mean, MaxPax was certainly trading worse, and Byun had 3 bases. MaxPax was on 4, and the gold was about to mine out. Again, I think that was a misread there from Byun. I think he maybe thought that was the 5th base of MaxPax or something, and that was an extra base. MaxPax maybe had 1 more base than he did. Yeah, Milky Cow sharing his power with Shadone, that's fair. Look, if this is a precursor to a DreamHack or an EPT season where there are no easy victories. Okay, Byun, you gonna kill that? Thank you. But yes, if Milky Cow and Shadone looking this good is just a precursor to DreamHack Masters where there are no easy outs in any group, I'm here for it. Give me that. Give me that parity. You know, some people might say, you know, it's better for the sport when you have a couple defined superpowers, and I think we're going to have that anyways. But if you make it just more of a morass in the middle where you've no idea who's going to pop out of a group, I mean, that's much more fun. And there's an argument that's been made in the world of college football for a while, where the reason the Pac-12 is not seen as good is not because they're not good. Although, seeing bowl performance, I mean, who knows? But it's more that there's so much parity in the Pac-12, and so many, it's so weird that the fact that even the top team are guaranteed a loss or two, you're not going to see a Pac-12 team go undefeated. And if they are, they probably should be the national champion. Is because no one wins 12 games in the Pac-12. It really hurts on the national stage. It hurts in rankings. It hurts in college football playoff. All these things. Of course, there's also the SEC effect, where just everyone's bigger and football's more of a thing. But anyways, Reaper is going to show up in the natural. It's going to say, oh, well, Dockers are here. Chase away. For a second, oh, man, I thought that was a probe at the 3rd base. I thought MaxPax was going for a 333rd, and it was like, okay, MaxPax, what are you doing here, bud? What are you doing? Well, he's opening Phoenix in this game, and Byun has opened Raven. He's going to go for a Raven version of the 311, and that is interesting because Byun has been rather lackadaisical with his protection of his Ravens thus far in the last couple days. I've seen him lose a couple Ravens now in EPT Korea. Not here yet because I haven't cast a PVT from him in EPT North America yet today. But in EPT Korea, he played multiple PVTs and he lost the Raven to Phoenix in almost every single one, which if you're going to commit to a Raven, that's expensive. And already he's going to take a little damage. I mean, that is repairable, certainly. But every little bit of damage, every little bit specifically of unrepaired damage that the Raven takes means it's that much easier for the Phoenix to snipe it as it runs across the map. So we're going to have to see whether this changes Byun's plan at all. And certainly if the Raven finds its way onto the other side of the map, if it's a Phoenix Charge Lot or Phoenix Lost opening, whatever it is, that's always going to be nice because then a lot of your gas is in these Phoenix, which means realistically, if they're not doing win a mine shot, but it's not going to kill anything, that's going to be a dead Phoenix. Though good job there, but good job there, Byun. If you have all this money in Phoenix play that don't shoot the Raven down, that means your ground army is going to be weaker, which means as the Raven either disables the Colossus or armor shreds the Zealots, it means it's very much weaker. So it's one of those, the Phoenix, they knock the Raven down, it's worth the investment. If the Phoenix don't knock the Raven down, then the Raven actually tends to be rather effective in your push, just because of how much you have, how much you don't have. So we're getting closer and closer to that timing. In 7 minutes-ish is when you move out, just about here. Is the Phoenix run on forward. Spend a couple lifts, kill off a couple Marines, leave some blood splatters on the ground as memory and memorial of the time the Marines had lives. The brief time. Brief moment where Marines had lives. But by the time this push happens from Byun, MaxPax should have 2 Colossus. He should have extended thermal lance. Well, maybe not extended thermal lance done, as Byun's moving down the map right now. So maybe it's only actually... No, it might only be single Colossus. done by this time. But the Phoenix right now, they're going to sharp around. They're ideally looking for the Raven. That is the biggest of deals. We're going to see a Phoenix go down. That's the second Phoenix that MaxPax lost this game. He could be at 7. Now he's 5, which is just kind of less potential for things. It makes it a little bit less easy. And remember, folks, it is all about the charge lot, or excuse me, it's all about the Colossus and the Phoenix play. If the Raven is able to disable the Phoenix or disable the Colossus, that is a big deal. Now the Phoenix is going to look to dive on in, maybe knock a medevac down. They will not be able to do that one, but the Raven, or excuse me, the lock-on is going to get spent. The Raven is still alive. We're going to see the Stargate go down. It's dead. Be interested to see whether MaxPax remakes it, because he is Phoenix Colossus, right? That is important for things, certainly. Another Colossus are going to start shelling away at things. Widowmines are an annoying spot here. Widowmine drag, maybe, don't know, just tremendous damage on the Phoenix. There are 2 Colossus here, and that's going to be enough. Actually, yeah, Phoenix going to get on top of the Raven. So Raven, again, useless. Useless in the game. MaxPax has his 3rd base here, and he's got his Colossus play. He's pretty fine about the way things are going. I mean, losing 4 Phoenix is unfortunate. Losing the Cybercore and the Stargate, not the best. But his army's fine. He's up in economy. He's got his 3rd base faster. He's pretty okay with this. In fact, he's getting ready for his 4th. Actually, I like what he's doing in general. The vision he's got on the map right now is rather nice. It's not like Byun's going to be able to sneak in from one side and catch him truly off guard. Now, it may catch him off guard a little bit, but not, oh my goodness, Byun's in my natural, whatever. I never would have expected this. I didn't see that one coming, but okay. Byun has his 3rd base done here. As we see, the slow Zealots are going to find their doom to the stimmed bio, but it's a scout. It's a 600 mineral scout. Sometimes luxury is worth paying for. All right, so now 4th base on the way. +1 just about done. We see some Archons, which kind of tells us that MaxPax is interested in maybe pressing what he considers his advantage in this game. You don't buy Archons against Terran unless you're explicitly planning on using them. So Zealot finds its way into the 3rd base. He's going to say, okay, there's some bio here. Of course, there's a Warp Prism, so that can certainly happen. And Byun, though, he's running over. Ooh, that's a little bit of bio you can clean on up there, MaxPax. There's a nice first course. Question, though. What's the main course? Your appetizer was tasty there, MaxPax. You got a Marauder. But how tasty are the Marines? So we got a lot of Zealots warping into the main base here. Good hold position on the SCVs, making sure they don't die at the moment, but now they're moved in. MaxPax finds his way on into this 3rd base. We need to see the Warp Prism add a lot of Zealots, because right now, there's not a lot of buffer for this army. MaxPax, he's got to be really careful about this counterattack, this flank coming in from Byun. So notice he's already backing up. He's already getting ready to take a much better engagement in this mid-game. And by the way, these Archons are kind of useless as buffer. There's EMPs. So that's not something we should consider. But MaxPax has killed 18 workers. The Zealots are still here with their +1. More and more Zealots are warping on in. Now MaxPax taking a fight around the 3rd base. More SCVs go down. It doesn't look like much is happening at the 3rd base right now, but it's keeping the majority of the army of Byun outside of the main, where MaxPax is finding the true value, that true benefit in how he's playing this game. But it looks like there was a recall? Yeah, okay, he recalled back home. He said, look, I killed 24 SCVs. Doesn't know that exact number, but he killed a lot of stuff. He knows he killed a lot of stuff. So he is in a fine position here. He's up 23, 25 workers. He's up a base. He's down army supply just a little bit. We look at army value. It's, well, about 1,000 gas, 800 gas in his favor, which is, yeah, sure, the minerals are lower, but really when we look at Protoss army value, we're looking at the gas more so than anything else, unless it's like a weird charge lot all in, but we don't really see those all that often. So now Byun is going to try to find his way on high ground, but folks, this is Glittering Ashes. You don't move up high ground. It is very hard to break out your opponent before 15 minutes, unless it's something like this, where it is just harassment all over the place. And hey, look at that. Yep, absolutely. Byun has started to realize this. He's going to stim on in, looking for some commensurate damage. He's losing some SCVs as well, as we do see the Colossus rotate on over. Zealots warp in as well. That should be enough to clean this up, and Byun is pushing to the 4th base while there is plentiful army there as well. EMPs, though, on top of this army is going to be very nice. Disruptors, they're doing enough. And by the way, folks, 16 SCVs have died. So, yeah, Byun found value, but in the grand scheme of things, not really. So a lot of Zealots, some Stalkers, they warp on in. As we have a quad drop on the main base, and hey, Colossus, they can find their way on up to the high ground. Defensively, they're doing what they're doing. MaxPax doesn't really want to run away from the 4th base, actually. Ooh, look at this hot pickup micro. We're going to try to kill the Colossus. Instead, it's dead Marauders, dead. dead ghosts, so that's not going to work out here. MaxPax again, he's repositioned himself, so he's holding on to the 4th base or the 3rd base here as well. EMP is blanketing this army, but there are some shield batteries, so that's going to be fine. MaxPax is just buttoning down the door. The Byun is looking for damage wherever he can, but unfortunately the damage is just not there to be found. Stalkers blink forward, medevacs are starting to follow. We got some good lifts on stuff at the end of the day, and this drop is fully cleaned up. Not even a little bit left that MaxPax has to worry about. The army's just dead. Well, for sure, you want to see Vikings in the army. They're getting added now. They're not here yet, but the first 2 joining on in. There we go, right? It's 12 minutes in. MaxPax is up. MaxPax is on 4 Colossus. Maybe I should add some Colossus, or maybe I should add some Vikings. Sure. But now MaxPax is up 10 army supply. His army is terrifying. He's got +2. It's not double forge, but he's got +2. He's got a 1 disruptor here, and he's going to wedge his way on in between the natural and this 3rd base of Byun. Byun's going to find the warpin of Zealots on the right side, but that just means his army's out of position. We're going to see that 4th base get killed, not even canceled. That's 450 minerals down the drain. Byun has to take a fight here. And these Colossus, they're really untouchable. Yes, EMPs are good on this army as the bio looks to stim on forward, but a disruptor will zone out everything. Now the Zealots from the right side as well, flanking in from behind. These Colossus, they're running on forward. Byun pulling the SCVs, but there's no army to fight here anymore. Not really. It's a 30 army supply lead. The Colossus are just reigning supreme, reigning strong, even if they're killing a supply depot. Not the army. That's not what you want, but they are untouchable here. Byun cannot get on top of them. Stalkers blink forward. MaxPax 2-0s, the former world champion. He's got a date with Shadone in the finals.